Lachlan skip beat. Oh, clip it for Del Bianco.
Byrne looking for his second. Nice move, nice goal. As we speak. Now first looking for another one. Sends it across and they score. There's the tying goal. A beautiful feed from Sam.
On a breakaway, all alone. Scores! Pushed off there by Oakley Thomas. Luce shot, scores! What a bouncer to the top corner.
Humble brag. There's a shot and a goal by Vaughn Harris. Make it.
Flipper. McIntyre, count that one.
Fraser inside, Lane Smith shoots and he scores.
Line backhand feed and give Sean Evans 4.
Fires again, a little motion wheel, now a seal pick for LeClaire. One timer, and Elijah Brown has another.
Down to 7, now they'll start their motion. There's the room available. Evans fake, pass goes across, what a save!
Kluche rolls off the pick to the middle of the floor, shot, scores! Chris Clutch Kluche!
Clutche.
With .9, he's got his fourth to go along with 4 from Fraser.
What's going on, Lacrosse fans? Just about set for the 5 p.m. matchup here on day number 3. And you can see the odds on your screen right now. Miners, a heavy favorite coming into this one. And favored by 3 goals. The over-under set at 18.5. Minus 12, 112 even money. Haudenosaunee song, Canadian anthem. And time to play some lacrosse. Stay cool, bet responsibly. Belt it out. Right there. Canada. Haudenosaunee song. Welcome back to the Leisure Center of Ladner. Here on day 3. Game 3. 0-3 are the Victoria Shamrocks.
There's a segue.
2-1 are the Edmonton Miners, coming off an impressive 6-3 victory over Ladner last night. And they'll look to make it 3-1 as both teams resting some bodies here in this game. Jake Elliott, Tino Farah with you. Just about set to go as the Shamrocks will wear their sharp-looking black uniforms with green and white trim. Edmonton in their whites. A little red, a little black in there as well. And it'll be Pete Dubinsky that gets the start here for the Shamrocks. And it's Jace Lysenko that will start here for the Edmonton Miners tonight. A little surprised to see Lysenko in there. McLeod has been exceptional, but you got to get your goalie a night off at some point, Tino. And this just might be the game to do it. No, excuse me. It's not Lysenko in there. It's Matty Hebert, which makes a lot of more sense to me. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. No disrespect to Lysenko, of course.
Hebert's been good.
Yeah. No, they're both good. I just, on all the rosters that you put together, Tino Farah, you've been putting all the goaltenders at the top. You got Hebert right in the middle there. That threw me off.
0-1.
There goes the perfect broadcast. Here's Boyd across the top. Good feet inside. And a quick strike by the Shamrocks. Jack Bowie makes it 1-0.
Yeah, how's that for a start? It's been,
So much for Hebert being great.
it's been kind of a disappointing tournament thus far for Victoria, as we've seen them kind of go up in some games. Teddy's been talking a lot about, the lack of experience at a tournament like this for the Shamrocks. They've had some strong moments, but haven't really been able to put together a full game, and that's a really good start to get things underway, and now they'll get some more momentum on their side with an early power play here to boot.
Triolo drawn back into the Miners lineup as he did not play last night for the captain of Edmonton. Scratches here for the Shamrocks: Cody Cook, Nolan Morrison, Parker Johnson, Adam Golia, Connor Lyes, and Dylan Raymond. Out here for the Miners: Cody Hawkins, Johnny Lintz with his high shorts, not in. Jake Bowen, and Matty Christensen, along with Matty Kim. Bad day to be a Matt. Shamrocks lead at 1-0, and to the power play they go. And Hebert will make his first stop of the contest.
And some pressure here for Victoria, trying to cause an 8-second count. But look out.
Chance here for Seidel. And Dubinsky, playing his second game of the President's Cup, fights one off.
A little bit of a modified version of the Tavares, I've learned that we're calling it. Saw one in the last game as well.
I was watching as the Allegheny Arrows, the only undefeated team, and not just undefeated, but 4-0. And their most convincing win of the tournament so far, coming in an 11-goal win over the Fighting Sioux. Good ball movement here for the Shamrocks on the step down, and Hebert can't get it out. As Riley Marsh put some smoke on that one and bounces it off the shoulder pad into the back of the goal. Power play goal for the Shamrocks. 2-0 out of the gate here.
Yeah, Hebert gets a big piece of it, but there's just enough muscle behind it. Off the shot from Marsh. You can see it, a defender kind of providing a little bit of a screen there for Hebert, an unintentional screen we'll call it, but that's what you get when you have that ability to shoot through a defender. It just makes things a little bit more difficult for a goaltender, and that is exactly why that behind the net cam gave you the exact angle where you don't see it until it kind of goes between the arm and the body of the defender.
We're just getting underway from the Memorial Center in Peterborough as well. I'll keep you posted on that game, number 6 in the Major Series final, with the Chiefs a chance to punch their ticket and host the Mann Cup for the defending champions. After losing the first 2 games of the series, have won 3 straight. And now the Miners trying to win 3 straight of their own. Kinnear throws one to the goal, and Dubinsky no trouble with that.
And Brett McIntyre is going to be a guy to watch here, especially for the Victoria defenders. He leads the team in points and goals. He's been all over the floor here for this Miners team and has been electric to watch as well.
This is Jack Bowie. Across the floor on the mark for James Spence. A feed in front. Pass knocked down. Ball loose. Williamson will knock it along. Trying to run that one down is Tyler Mace. But the shot clock will be running down as well as it sounds off here to end that possession. 2-0. As the Miners have only allowed, I heard that stat from Ted Jenner, Tino, that you think about it, Miners have only allowed 4 goals in their last 120 minutes of lacrosse.
Insanity.
That is good. Don't ask me if it is. Here's Triolo on a swinger. And Dubinsky in front of it. So he tried to come out as weak side on the skyhook dunk.
And man, these teams at this tournament have been way too relaxed for my liking with the closing of the gates.
Yeah, sketchy.
Makes my...
anxiety.
Yeah, lots of anxiety.
To go along with the high levels you already have.
Correct. I wasn't going to say it, but
I can feel it rising as we speak. Here's Dean Farrell. Had a nice game against Ladner. Nice little flipper right there. And Bergloff. Off the setup from Farrell, who picks up his 7th point on the goal from Bergloff. As the Miners on the board now, 2-1.
Yeah, and I like this play from Farrell. You can kind of see him directing traffic as he was backpedaling away with possession. You can see him give a little wave of the hand to Bergloff to come and set the screen for him. And then when you have a shooter that's as lethal as Dean Farrell, of course you have to respect the shot, and that little subtle backhanded pass leaves all sorts of room for Bergloff to go.
Another chance off the face-off win, but they throw it away. And the Shamrocks want to run. As Benson will pull up inside the line. And now Bowie gives the wand a couple of spins. 15 on the shot clock as he goes to work one-on-one. He'll pass off. Boyd to the crease. There's Wade. And you don't want to leave that youngster alone, as Wade will cash. And he'll pick up his 7th goal of the tournament. And the Shamrocks back up by 2.
And just a defender lost in the middle of the floor. I believe that was Mike Seidel, who went through to the middle, but that leaves Wade wide open and at a tough angle, but able to just kind of twist his body a little bit, twist that stick back over to help open up that angle. And that's a good response from this Victoria team to be able to answer back, keep some momentum back on their side.
Rick Mang update, Tino. Now wearing a Pioneer shirt inside the Leisure Center. He's playing to the crowd.
There's no fashion in a lacrosse game that gets past you or Teddy. That's what I've learned here.
Yeah. It's true. Shamrocks with another offensive possession. 10 on the shot clock here. And a little tuck and go. Ebert in front of that one out of the stick of Drouin. Ball laying on the carpet. Possession shot clock up for grabs here, and it's won by the Miners. And an outlet here to Tyler Burton, who has played all 3 games and now 4 here for the veteran.
Grinder.
Miner. Here comes McIntyre. He was right in the mix last night against the Pioneers. He'll feed in front to Lachlan. Pass was high. Sonnichsen from a terrible angle. Can't register it on target, and it's Victoria ball.
And I'm just looking over at the Miners bench. I, again, don't see Mike Triolo unless that's him kind of hunched over in front of the tunnel there.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it? Yeah, I think it might be, actually, Tino. It is. Good eye.
And he's getting back onto the bench here. So, again, he missed the second game yesterday, left early in their early game. So maybe nursing something as we speak.
Yeah, I think everybody's probably nursing something at this point of the tournament. If you're not, you're probably not playing hard enough. Need them. Something on here for Edmonton as McIntyre on the off-ball cut, couldn't claim it. Need him with 5 on the shot clock. He'll send it to the goal, and Dubinsky. The no knee stop there.
I think we're seeing Brett McIntyre get that extra attention that he's pretty deserving of here with the tournament that he's had. He's so dangerous, especially in tight, and he's looking off ball to work closer and closer to the crease every time.
Shamrocks working on 2-goal lead here. 10 on the shot clock as Byrne will stay for a shift. Bowie across the floor. Sidearm shot blocked by Burton. He wants to run. Tyler Burton on a one-handed scoop. In he comes, driving to the goal. He's got a man in front and lost the handle. Got it back. Brett Craig won't shoot it. Nice effort, however, to save the possession as on comes Tree. McIntyre out there with Lachlan as they go righty strong. Here's Farrell on a fake and a take and missed it by about a foot. As it's 1-0 Chiefs from Peterborough. Boyd loading. Hebert stopping. Ball back across center, but off the minor goaltender. Play will continue.
A strong start for the Shamrocks.
Very good start. Bit of a trap game here for Edmonton, right? With their 2-1 record, and they've rested some bodies here tonight. Probably thinking this is a game that they should win going away after that big W over Ladner last night. And make no mistake here at the President's Cup, any team capable of beating anybody. Triolo inside, Dubinsky. Another quality stop there.
Well, after the day that the Miners had yesterday, following up kind of a disappointing start to the tournament in day number 1, they strung together a couple of wins. And it'd be really disappointing from their perspective to drop this one after having such a big day, too.
100% it would be. Scores! Riley Marsh. Look out here. 4-1. Remember, the Miners were favored by 3 goals coming into this game. So if you look at it that way, they're down 6-0. If you're a gambling man at Coolbet.
And this one's just a little change of the angle here from Riley Marsh, who's now up to 2 in this game. But remember, in the late game last night, Edmonton versus Ladner, the Miners went down in the first period and then went on to finish that game with a win. So they've played from behind in this tournament before.
No, there won't be any panic from this veteran Miners club. As this ball will bounce out near center and unable to save it was James Spence. Look at these unis, though, Tino.
Oh, love them.
Really good. Farrell off the wall. Got a pick from Sonishton. Here's McIntyre. One more. Sonishton one-on-one. Down goal line extended. Lots of time on the shot clock here. No reason to hurry. But here comes a Shamrock penalty. As everybody looking around, and it's Hayden Cardinal with his arms out to the side. As we'll see if we can. Well, we're not going to get the replay, but we are going to get a read of sorts. And it's about Extreme Threads. You know about Extreme Threads by now, don't you? Customize your team with Extreme. Sublimated uniforms, company apparel, hoodies, hats, shorts, stickers, lanyards. The list goes on. They got it all, including your President's Cup swag. ExtremeThreads.ca. You got any President's Cup swag yet, Tino?
I got my media pass. It's got a lanyard. That counts,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. I suppose it does, especially for a guy that collects lanyards for some reason.
I got all my my credentials from the past 2 years.
Yeah, well, try 20 years, Tim. There's Grady Holmes, who I happened to see outside in between games at Pork Mafia. Well, I was at Pork Mafia, Tino. Grady was not, but he came up and said, "Are you calling the next game?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Man, I'm so excited to play in a game that you're announcing." I said, "Grady, stop right there. You're making me feel old." But I know Grady's pretty hyped, and I'm excited to watch Grady play now. Quick stick, and there's Farrell being denied by Peter Dubinsky.
Let's take another look at that save here, shall we?
Do it.
Quick on the clip button here. Ooh.
Yeah, good clip, Tino.
Dare I say I clipped it?
Yeah, that's where I was going with that. And speaking of good, porkmafia.ca, loaded mac and cheese with smoked brisket and sausage, a little barbecue sauce on top of there, Tino. Maybe the best 20 I've dropped in a long time. Worth every penny. Porkmafia.ca. Triolo. Farrell. Oh, a squeaker. Gets through with 1 second to go on the power play. And the Miners are back within 2.
Yeah, this one's kind of similar to that Brody Wade goal that we saw from the Victoria side of things a little while ago, where there's not a ton of angle available, but just being able to lean a little bit. We see a twister here. It just changes things. Maybe where Dubinsky's kind of expecting, or he's reading the shot to go one way, all of a sudden the ball's coming at a different angle just with a flick of the wrist right there, and it opens him up. And that's a big goal for Edmonton with plenty of momentum on the side of the Victoria Shamrocks. Now Edmonton can kind of feel good about a little more of their offense and look for a big stop here to follow things up.
Grady Holmes right there, Tino, with a face-off win for his Shamrocks. We'll get possession here. Here's Wade on a step down. Hebert gives up a rebound. Seidel there to scoop it, but he's in some trouble. Lost the handle. Getting through the pack and ahead for Craig across the line in time. 3-on-2 now as Yo will go set the pick. Around a screen. Bergloff looking for a second. Stopped by Dubinsky's right pad. And out of the corner come the Shamrocks with the ball with 8 minutes to go in this first period. Shots 12-11 Miners, but they're down 2. Shamrocks looking for their first win of the week in their very first President's Cup. This is not the first President's Cup for Edmonton. A low save for Hebert. Seidel sidesteps a man and lollipops one here for Milne. And the big fellow will reach to the sky to claim that one and give it to an even taller Mike Triolo. Some bodies on this Miners team.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
There's the patented swim move for Triolo. Craig, Milne, Triolo. You got Duff over there. Johnny Lentz over 6 feet. There's Lachlan on a sidearm as he fell to the turf. And a long feed up here on the mark for Byrne, who might have the most heavily wrapped legs in the tournament, Tino. He's got the sleeve, the tape, the compression, all sorts of things wrapped around those things.
Maybe that's how he scored so many highlight reel goals this week.
Yeah, well, I mean, he started the tournament looking like that, so I don't think it's been added as we've gone along here. So I guess he just feels comfortable with a lot of wrapping down around his trunks.
And speaking of, goes towards the bench.
On a limp.
On a little bit of a limp here, and it looks like he's going towards the back gate. We'll see if he goes down the tunnel or not.
Tape it up.
Just add a couple more.
Yeah, jog it off, tape it up.
He's been good, though, for Victoria this tournament. Again, I talked with Teddy a little bit during their game yesterday. He loves that move when he's kind of on his wrong side in transition, where he stops up and backpedals, and the back checker, I mean, with all that momentum going forward, you're sort of, I mean, unless you have the ability to stop on a dime like that, you're sort of just going to continue to fall forward, essentially. And Burns been able to score a couple times on that move in this tournament.
He's got 4, Tino. And I know he's caught in the eye of a few people in the crowd here. I'm not going to name any names, Tino, but people are watching David Byrne.
Don't blame him.
No. Not one bit. A little tragically hip in the media timeout. You could probably turn that off now as we're back underway. And just a little stop button there. There you go. Felt like I was back in the NLL for a second there.
Oh, we got the former NLL turf of the Saskatchewan Rush.
Yeah. Maybe one of the loudest arenas in the league as far as music playing goes, but just when the other team's on defense.
One of the loudest in terms of, brightness of their new turf, too.
Is also true. Here's McIntyre, who also plays on some bright turf in Calgary. Turns the corner, and Dubinsky started to move the wrong way, but still got a shoulder on it. And now Kinnear will bring it back in with a fresh shot clock. McIntyre right to the crease. Hesitation, ducks underneath, scars, clip it for McIntyre. Oh, the patience, the dexterity. And then the finish, 4-3.
Yeah, you knew this was coming. You're not going to be able to stop McIntyre for too long here with the way he's performed in this tournament. And he just muscles his way through, uses that arm as a bit of an anchor to get underneath. And Dubinsky reading far side, as I think most goaltenders in that case would. But McIntyre with his hands so close together and so low on his stick, it just provides him that little extra ability to bring it back short side. And he just stuffs it home.
Kind of waiting to see a bit of a replay here, Tina, but I think Lyle Thompson just got in a scrap.
Whoa. Has that ever happened before?
Not to my knowledge. Well, I'll keep an eye on that as we're back underway here in a one-goal game as Hebert will squeeze together to make a stop. And a chance here on this possession to tie for Edmonton.
Another nice little twister from Wade. He likes that. So do I.
Here's Milne on the go and probably should have shot that ball. Now he might get a chance to. Man, that thing is coming down from about 9 feet in the air. And still couldn't get it over the shoulder of Dubinsky as that one will get over the boards into the Shamrock bench. 4-1 Chiefs, by the way, jumping out to an early lead.
And Milne was on top of the bench there for a moment, having a conversation with the Edmonton staff. Got to imagine they're sharing the same sentiments that you were as well.
Sedgwick.
Just fire that guy.
Yeah. Look for yours. Pass to the crease. Burton with good defense. McFadden hard to the wall. Seidel will join him. Wade will come out of the pack with it. Hooked a pass in front. Duff knocked it down. And a reset there? I don't know. Now Duff takes down Boyd. Ball goes loose, and Hebert in his crease will lob it out here for Yo. A lot going on right there in that shift.
I thought Boyd was going to stay and play a little bit of frustration defense. Heads off instead.
Here's Needham. He'll get a pick from McIntyre. He'll shoot and hit the iron. Ball came right back to him. Cardinal left it behind. And he'll knock it loose and scoop it up now with 4 to go here in the first. In a rather high-scoring first period, 4-3 Shamrocks, as they jumped out to an early lead and have not trailed in this game. It's Grady Holmes. Can we get the kid a name bar on the back of his jersey for the President's Cup? Come on now. I know who could help out with that. You know the answer, Tino?
Got to be Extreme Threads.
Thank you very much. I don't know why that took you that long.
Building suspense. It's all about the theatrics at the Prezi.
They're here. I don't know if the sewing machine is, but they could get you a name bar. Here's Davis McCulley. Penalty call coming to Edmonton. McCulley stopped by Hebert. Miners just want to touch this ball up as a penalty call to come. And the whistle will go. As I will get you officials. We didn't do that off the top here, Tino. Braden Wilkins, Lane Hartung, and Jason Surotuk. Nicky DeSantos is the standby today.
And a legal substitution is the call going against the Miners. And Victoria, I mean, they've looked good in this period. They've looked good on the power play, the opportunity they had earlier. But again, the issue in this tournament for them has been stringing it together for the full 60. So they've got their start and need to continue this through the rest.
DiGirolamo will serve the bench minor as the Shamrock power play looks to regain their 2-goal lead. Pump, shot. Hebert down on a knee, made a stop with his shoulder. And Tyler Burton with a good dash through center as he swims a couple of Shamrocks. And we'll settle things down here for Needham. He's going to get a run at his man, Christensen. Father Walt is in the building here tonight, Tino, and I mentioned in the first game for the Shamrocks, I wondered if he was here or watching or possibly fishing. He was indeed fishing. He likes to fish, Tino.
Oh, that effort from Triolo, shorthanded, split a couple of defenders, got a pretty good shot off with one hand on his stick. He keeps that high hand kind of in the middle of the stick and gives him enough of that leverage to be able to wire it.
Under 2 minutes to play in the first. Marsh at the point. Sifting through. Here's the pass off. Oh, top corner. Hebert going down early. And then Jackson Boyd goes bar down to make it 5-3 on the man up.
Yeah, you made mention of the save earlier by Hebert where he went down on a knee but still found a way to get a piece of it with his shoulder.
Not that time.
Not that time, as you see him drop, and that's just a perfectly placed shot. If he stays up there, I mean, that's just a perfect positional save, but because he goes down, there's that little bit of room, and it finds its way over the shoulder, under the bar, and the strong start continues.
Here comes Craig maybe with a chance. Won't force the issue. But he will stay out there on the offensive end. As Kinnear ducks out of the way of a pass. It comes to Farrell now as he creeps in, loads up. Zabinski a pad stop, and the Shamrocks away with the ball. Cardinal running well. Here comes Cardinal to the goal, scores! Wow. The Miners had fought back within one. But now 2 straight from the Shamrocks, and they have their biggest lead of the game once again at 3. As they put up a 6-pack here in the opening 19 minutes.
Just feels like a little less intensity than what we've seen otherwise from the Miners to this point. And full credit to the Shamrocks. Like, they've come out.
Goaltending change, Tino.
Oh, Cam McLeod coming in.
Yeah, not the period Hebert was looking for in this one. And Cam McLeod coming off what was just a stellar performance last night against Ladner will be thrust into the mix here with a minute to go in the period. I thought maybe you let him finish out the period and then make the switch if you're going to do that, but they do it now. And we'll see if it's a permanent one or not. Through the crease, first a touch on Saunderson. And it looks like McLeod will face at least one offensive possession. Holmes got crowbarred right there. The old can opener check from Williamson. But then he overran the loose ball, but Yo there to clean it. And with 40 seconds to go here in the period, looks like the Miners will play it straight up 5-on-5. One more. Coming on is Needham. McIntyre will give it to him. He'll send it out wide for Farrell as Bergloff parks himself in a high screen area. He'll come across to set the pick now. Farrell with 8 on the shot clock. McIntyre into the middle. A little flip to Triolo. And Dubinsky a scissoring stop as he gets the wickets closed. Now to the Shamrocks want timeout. Dennett says move ahead. Come to the bench, Dubinsky. Time ticking down. Almost a turnover at center. Get it deep, Boyd. If anything else, a long shot from Wade into the corner, and that's how period number 1 comes to an end. Shamrocks get 6 on 17 shots. Miners get it 3 on 18. And with 20 down and 40 to go, a hill to climb here for Edmonton. Victoria looking for their first win of the tournament. 40 minutes away now. What will period 2 have in store? We'll find out in 10 minutes from now here on BC Sports TV, the home of the President's Cup in 2024 from Ladner, BC.
Know your limits. CoolBet helps you control your gaming experience. Stay cool. Bet responsibly.
Lachlan skip feed. Oh, clip it for Del Bianco.
Byrne looking for his second. Nice move. Nice goal. As we speak. Now first, looking for another one. Sends it across, and they score. There's the tying goal. A beautiful feed from Sam.
On a breakaway, all alone. Scores! Pushed off there by Oakley Thomas. Luce shot, scores! What a bouncer to the top corner.
Humble brag. There's a shot and a goal by Vaughn Harris. Make it.
Flipper. McIntyre, count that one.
Fraser inside, Lane Smith shoots and he scores.
Line backhand feed and give Sean Evans 4.
Fires again, a little motion wheel, now a seal pick for LeClaire. One timer, and Elijah Brown has another.
Down to 7, now they'll start their motion. There's the room available. Evans fake, pass goes across, what a save!
Kluche rolls off the pick to the middle of the floor, shot, scores! Chris Clutch Kluche.
Clutche.
With .9, he's got his 4th to go along with 4 from Fraser.
We've had great fans. It's really motivating for our guys. We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run without the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
What does it mean to be Canadian? It's toughness. It's grit. You know who bears the red and white. You know the history. You know the storylines, and you know its weight. I've been there. I know what it takes. It's preparation for domination. It's the brotherhood so you could. It's long nights and longer days. That separates the good from the greats. This is Canada.
Woo. That's fresh.
Know your limits. CoolBet helps you control your gaming experience. Stay cool. Bet responsibly.
Blockman skip feed. Oh, clip it for Del Bianco.
Byrne looking for his second. Nice move. Nice goal. As we speak. Now Firth looking for another one. Sends it across and they score. There's the tying goal. A beautiful feed from Sam.
On a breakaway, all alone. Scores! Pushed off there by Oakley Thomas. Luce shot. Scores! What a bouncer to the top corner.
Humble brag. There's a shot and a goal by Vaughn Harris. Make it.
Flipper. McIntyre. Count that one.
Fraser inside, Lane Smith shoots and he scores.
Backhand feed and give Sean Evans 4.
Fires again, a little motion wheel, now a seal pick for LeClaire, one-timer, and Elijah Brown has another.
Down to 7, now they'll start their motion. There's the room available. Evans fake, pass goes across, what a save!
Kluche rolls off the pick to the middle of the floor, shot, scores! Chris Clutch Kluche.
Clutche.
With .9, he's got his fourth to go along with 4 from Fraser.
Embrace the unexpected. Cool Bet.
Know your limits. Cool Bet helps you control your gaming experience. Stay cool. Bet responsibly.
Blockman skip feed. Oh, clip it for Del Bianco.
Byrne looking for his second. Nice move. Nice goal. As we speak. Now Firth looking for another one. Sends it across and they score. There's the tying goal. A beautiful feed from Sam.
On a breakaway, all alone. Scores! Pushed off there by Oakley Thomas. Luce shot. Scores! What a bouncer to the top corner.
Humble brag. There's a shot and a goal by Vaughn Harris. Make it.
Flipper. McIntyre. Count that one.
Fraser inside, Lane Smith shoots and he scores.
Backhand feed and give Sean Evans 4.
Fires again, a little motion wheel, now a seal pick for LeClaire, one-timer, and Elijah Brown has another.
Down to 7, now they'll start their motion. There's the room available. Evans fake, pass goes across, what a save!
Kluche rolls off the pick to the middle of the floor, shot, scores! Chris Clutch Kluche.
Clutche.
With .9, he's got his fourth to go along with 4 from Fraser.
We've had great fans. It's really motivating for our guys. We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball came down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run without the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatings! And he scores! Welcome back to the President's Cup in Ladner. Jake Elliott, Santino Farah with you. Just getting set for second period action with the Shamrocks leading the Miners 6-3. And that is a bit of a surprise scoreline here after 20 minutes as the Miners came into this game favored by 3 goals. Heavy favorite on the money line. And how do I know that? Because I went to coolbet.com. You should do that too. The premier sportsbook for lacrosse. Odds to gamble on. Stay cool, bet responsibly, blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse. As Triello kicks the ball free to start the period, but into a stick of a Shamrock. Cardinal. Chance here for Grady Holmes right down the middle, who I was told, he, along with Pete Dubinsky, joining the team late, coming over from Nanaimo for a Prezi run here, is the reason neither has their name bar on the back of the jersey.
Doesn't change the fact they could get one.
No, it doesn't whatsoever.
There are options.
Take advantage of it. Kinnear, extremethreads.ca. Chance here for Cardinal as he scoops up as Ty Klarner almost took the scaffolding down coming down those stairs. Unfazed. Christensen. No, excuse me, it's Mace. Once again. Now Marsh. Skip feet across the zone. A good one. And Hebert back in there to start the second period here, Tino. You kind of got the feeling that they didn't want to play McLeod here tonight and tax what you would think is their number one guy going forward in the tournament. And they're going to give Hebert another leash here to find his form in the second. Trello, a bomb from the outside, thunders off the pads of Dubinsky.
Oh, with the way that McLeod played last night, he better be the starter going forward. That was quite the show from him and his Miners teammates there out the back gate.
Just allowing 3 against that vaunted Pioneer offense. They'll get another crack at it coming up next as they'll take on Six Nations, playing their second game of the day as they drop their opener to Snake Island. 8-4 the final in that one. Here's Craig across the top on a corkscrew and scores. Nicely done from Brett Craig.
Brett Craig has had an unbelievable tournament offensively speaking. I mean, of course, everybody knows his capabilities out the back gate. But, look at the footwork here. Look at the hands. He's played such a factor in transition. And, I mean, he had a toe drag in the first period of this game as well. He's showing off how good his hands are as a defender as well. Which has just been unbelievable from him.
There's Triello with a chance. There's the Miners looking to get on a run here in the second period. This is Dean Farrell loading one up. Got room, scores! Oh, sneaky short side take there to the hip of Dubinsky. And 1-goal game once again.
Yeah, and they got the start that they wanted. I mean, it kind of feels like similar to what we were saying about the Pioneers in their game last night, was that things just seemed a little bit off. There were just some things that are normally going their way that just weren't this time around, and that's what the first period of this one felt like from the Edmonton perspective, just going up against a desperate Victoria team that had kind of found their wheels and playing with some confidence and just couldn't really get the looks that they were wanting. Now they've got the start from the Edmonton side of things. Can they continue it?
Riley Marsh will start the offense here for the Shamrocks as they look to snap this 2-goal run for the Miners. Wade across his lane. Can't shoot that one. Now he's double teamed in behind the goal. He's in some trouble against McFadden and Craig. And here comes McFadden head down. And here comes McIntyre off the bench. Was covered off nicely, so McFadden will slow things down. And now Farrell. McIntyre. He tried to catch Dubinsky napping a bit in his crease. This is off the goaltender, so no back over violation there. Full 30 to work with here for Edmonton. A good save for Peter Dubinsky. This is Christensen. He'll pass off with that javelin in his hand. The extra D-long shaft there. Now Mace off the wall. Kicks it high. Grady Holmes tucks in. And Hebert standing tall. That ball out of play. And a chance to tie once again here for the Miners.
Blind backhanded shot there by Jackson Boyd, trying to do his best Sean Evans impression. We saw a few of those from him, Curtis Dixon, the works in the earlier game.
Shot right on from Sonderson, but right into the Shamrock logo, or the leprechaun as it were. And now a chance for the Shamrocks, and Hebert across the crease in time to stop that one. As I'm pretty confident that's the first time I've said leprechaun on a broadcast in 24 years, Tino.
How's it feel?
Not sure about it yet. Just not a word that comes up in your daily vernacular, I suppose. Farrell, he had rim top corner, just missed. Lachlan. Bergloff, who opened the scoring for Edmonton, slings a pass across. McIntyre on the dive. And a crease violation this time on Edmonton.
And Dean Farrell, a guy with just pinpoint accuracy. There's just a little bit of room available there in that top corner, and he just narrowly misses it. But if there's anybody on this Miners team that can hit a shot like that, Dean Farrell is certainly one of those candidates.
A little leaner as he dipped the shoulder and then looked high. Quick pass across, got tipped there by Burton, and he runs down the loose ball in the corner nicely. Tyler Burton playing with some energy. Oh, that is a soft call right there from Braden Wilkins as Milne tried to set a pick to allow Burton to get free and just kind of bumped him with the hip. There wasn't much in it. Wade reaches out, shoots. Hebert the stop, gave up a rebound. And the Miners there. And here comes Craig again. He's got Triolo up the floor. He'll give him the ball. Return feed coming. No, it's a crank from Triolo. As he had it and then had it stripped. McCulley across center. Shots now 26-21 Edmonton, but they're trailing by one here. As the Shamrocks have been in the lead the entire game, and by 3 a couple of times. Wade kicks it, shot, save. Hebert looks much more comfortable here in period 2. Burton, another loose ball, or not quite yet. Now he's got a chance. Tyler Burton scores! TB to the TC. And we're tied at 6.
Yeah, that's a goal scorer's goal from Tyler Burton. Takes some time to settle the loose ball as he eventually gets it as he enters the offensive zone. But he just picks that top corner, the same one that we were mentioning a moment ago that Dean Farrell just missed. They go back to it again with Burton on his wrong side. And, I mean, it's just like we were talking about in the first period. Like, Victoria's had some strong moments in this tournament. It's been more of a consistency factor, and we're kind of seeing that right here. I mean, full credit to Edmonton. Of course, they've come out and looked completely different than how they looked in the first. But so has Victoria, and we're seeing the better team take advantage of their opportunities.
So the former Senior A Shamrock buries one here on the current Senior B Shamrocks. And brings us back to level ground with 13 to go in the second. 6 on the shot clock. McIntyre out of the corner, turns, flips, Triolo reaches and runs out of time. As here comes Byrne back the other way quickly. And throw a bounce pass across the zone, and now one high here for Mace. Grady Holmes, a little backhander. And an ill-advised bounce pass if that's what was intended there. Wade to the crease. Scores! Well, I like to check the footwork on this one, but it'll count for Brody Wade. Yeah, it's clean.
Yeah, it takes flight from distance. And we'll get a good look here. It is. Oh, that's. I mean, if it's NLL rules, that's a clean takeoff.
It is. They are. We're not playing the cylinder rule here at the President's Cup. Seen a few comments over the social feeds about crease calls. It is modified NLL rules. And there is no cylinder rule in those. So as long as you take off clean and ball enters the goal before you touch down, you can count it. Bergloff. We'll wait for some support to come on. McIntyre, Bergloff, sub shot wide. Can he save it? No. (6-3) Chiefs leading the Lakers in the second. 7-6 Shamrocks leading the Miners also in period 2.
By the way, I heard it was Jake Withers who almost went at it with Lyle Thompson.
Okay. Duff with a steal. Can he scoop it up? Not the first time, not the second time. Then he'll go down. Yo following up, can't catch up. And Woody let Big Duff down there a little bit, trying to scoop up that loose ball. And he strips him again.
Remember when I said yesterday that I'm not sure if I could even pick up a ball with a traditional Woody?
I know Duff can, though, Tino.
That's my nightmare right there.
He's a senior B player, not a senior C player.
Okay.
Here's Triolo off the. Mind you, you are a provincial champion senior C player.
4-time.
Triolo denied by Dubinsky. 4-time, really. Here's Byrne. Stopping. There's that move again. Won't shoot it this time. You should set your aspirations a little higher, maybe.
Aspirations into the broadcasting career now, a little less
okay.
On the senior C career.
I stand behind my comments.
I've taken some flack for the senior C days on this broadcast today. Teddy earlier, you now.
It's all in jest, Saunich stand. Here's Farrell. We're tied again.
And a good answer back here from the Miners as they continue to outscore Victoria in this period and get things all squared up. Still probably a little closer than what they would like based on their own expectations, but the ability to be able to answer back, string together a couple of good defensive shifts after allowing a goal. Hebert's kind of bounced back, like you mentioned, after a bit of a shaky first period. I like what I see from the Miners a lot more in this frame compared to the first.
Yeah, just looking a little more focused and a little sharper on the execution. And they've battled back from a couple of 3-goal deficits a couple of times now to tie things back up here at 7. A face-off win for Holmes. And then got the stick chopped right out of his hands. McFadden on the go. Bergloff clears out. Here's McFadden. And Dubinsky gave up a big rebound here, and the Miners will control. You're fighting it a bit today. You want a Halls?
I got him.
All right.
Went to the grocery store before.
There's Bergloff. Maybe pop one in there. Triolo can't come up with a loose ball, and here's Cardinal busting away. Running right in. He's got a step and shot it wide. Just never forced Hebert to make a stop on that breakaway chance. And now there was an actual scrap in that Peterborough game, and it might have been Withers involved once again. As you go at Lyle Thompson, you can expect a response, I would say.
And Jake Withers, one of the last guys that I would invite into a scrap.
I think it might have been Brian Cole. Got the upper hand. I'm still not sure it was Withers. Yeah, didn't pick up number 4. I don't know, Tino. Somebody help me out. Who wears 4 for the Lakers? PXP for Sports. Media timeout here in period 2.
Good reminder here as well to throw us a follow across all the socials. On Twitter at BC Sports TV, as Jake just mentioned. PXP for Sports at Ferratino if you want to send either of us a message. Let us know where you're watching from. Giving tons of good messages all day, all tournament. And don't forget as well, hit the little subscribe button on the YouTube channel and the little bell icon if you want a notification every time we go live with one of these President's Cup games.
Yeah, I don't know why. That never seems to work for me. The little notification. Maybe I don't have my YouTube notifications turned on my phone. Maybe that's my issue.
Yeah, that's on you.
On YouTube. Shamrocks in possession, back underway. Wade with the last Shamrock goal to Mace. And now the outside shot. Off the end wall, back into the stick of Wade here on the wrong side of the floor, and he'll just drop that one in the corner and make the change. Milne on the flip to the bench as McIntyre comes on in. Farrell right to the middle of the floor. McIntyre right to the top of the crease. And a little scarecrow stop there for Dubinsky as he stretched out. Farrell, a nice job to evade. Look low. And Dubinsky will get a whistle.
And Triolo again getting a little bit roughed up on that last one as he got sent down to the turf. He's back to his feet, back on the bench, but he has had a rough ride this tournament.
Grady Holmes. Nice flip. Burton evades a penalty there at the last second. Hebert comes out of his goal. Miners pick up the ball, and they'll reset the shot clock as a bobble there from McFadden. Gets it back. And finds his man in Needham off the bench. Bergloff. Here's Lachlan. Driving low. Spins back strong side. Looks to the net, and Dubinsky throws out a glove. A good ball for Ari Stevens. As the Shamrocks will slow a possession down. Back and forth it goes. The shot partially blocked from Jackson Boyd, but it's off a Miner and out of play.
I used to get in trouble for saying partially blocked too often. I was told it's either blocked or it's not.
Really? Who was giving you trouble? You want me to talk to him?
No, it's okay. It was a long time ago. The XLL days.
I mean, I never really thought of it that way, but I mean, a clean block to me is where it kind of stops. A partially blocked ball is one that kind of deflects off you and into the corner or out of play. A block is just like square on, like a save.
Maybe I was just saying it too much, but yeah, I was told, hey, it's either blocked or it's not. Stop saying partially.
No, I wonder what that person does for a profession. Maybe we could give him some tips or her. A holding call coming here to the Shamrocks. It's not a partial penalty, Tino. It's the full 2 minutes here. As Clark pick up will sit down in the box for 2 or less as the Miners power play about to go to work. Laughlin, McIntyre, Triolo, Farrell, Sonnerson. Triolo to the middle. Farrell, McIntyre. Good rotation defensively there from Stevens. Here's Dean Farrell tucking, off the head of Dubinsky. And into the pocket of Sonnerson with a new 30 to work with.
Again, trying to catch Dubinsky, kind of ducking down a little bit. Just misses.
Now Farrell on the crease. Little motion far side. McIntyre. And a high stop for Dubinsky. And Byrne will try and run this one out. Gets past Farrell, and he's across center in time. As we approach 5 to go in the second. Marsh was still a minute to kill off in the penalty time to pick up. Shot clock ticking down to 5. Marsh from well out off the shoulder of Hebert, who gave up an unnecessary rebound there on that save. But thankfully for him, the Miners come up with it. And he shouldn't just be giving up that, like a 30-foot rebound off a 50-foot shot, especially shorthanded. Farrell on a quick stick again off the mask of Dubinsky. Readjusts his net as they reset the shot clock. Inside Triolo. He out-faked himself.
So much room available there, stick side. Man, oh man.
One of those ones where he had his mind made up what he was going to do and didn't really take what was presented to him.
But they got the look that they wanted. Triolo was parked in the middle of that power play the whole time, essentially. And that was really, the first time they were able to connect with him.
Penalty killed for the Shamrocks. We remain tied at 7. As Craig comes on in. He's got McIntyre on the trail. And he'll pull to open space. There's time ticking down in the second. A feed to the far corner, or near corner, I should say, as Kinnear will have to battle 2 Shamrocks for a loose. And he's going to run out of time here on the shot clock. 37-25, Miners out shooting the Shamrocks, who have yet to trail in this game and have led by as many as 3 a couple of times. Looking for their first win of the tournament, sitting at 0-3. And I believe the only team without a win remaining.
That's correct.
Grady Holmes tried to shovel in front. And now a shot clock violation on the Shamrocks. Numbers here for the Miners. Triolo, hard pass for Bergloff, and a flashy stop for Doobie. Still numbers here for the Miners. In front, Laughlin denied. Farrell pinned along the wall. Nice little one-handed flip to Bergloff. And it's a fresh shot clock here for the Miners. From the outside, Laughlin. Easy stop for Dubinsky. Under 2 to go.
Yeah, Triolo wanted that pass back to him. He had room from the outside, and I think he was loaded up for a shot, but one came from a bit of a tighter angle instead, and he's going to go right back out there again.
A hand on the center line. You don't see that for a back over call very often. It wasn't the foot or the ball, it was the hand. Caught in the cookie jar. Triolo, McIntyre had a pretty good look there, but didn't take it. Now Sonnerson and Dubinsky tracked it the entire way and kicks it aside.
Yeah, he's looked good in these later stages here. He's seen the ball really well from the outside, making the saves that they need him to make.
He's given up 4 this period. Hebert, however, has just surrendered one so far in the middle frame. Shamrocks looking to change that here late in the shot clock. Rink wide. A riser missed it. Wade, stick it as he beats the shot clock and puts the Shamrocks back in front.
Yeah, and this was an impressive first shot here from Burns. He's off balance, kind of falling backwards, a rising one that unintentionally ends up as a bit of an alley-oop. Goes off the back of the glass here. There's the fake. There's the shot. It's well wide, but right place, right time for Wade. And he essentially just has a wide open net to put it past.
So a goal in the last minute here for Victoria. As again, they push back in front. Triolo facing off with the same stick that he is actually playing with, and you don't see that very often anymore. Just look at that. Had the one-handed power cradle going high above his head and almost got out of there with it. But this might set the Miners up for final possession here if they can get a stop. They do have a timeout at their disposal. Wade trying to get past DiGirolamo. There's the shot. Hebert the stop. Call timeout. Yes, indeed. Coming with 10.8. They want a second put back up, and I'm going to say 11.4. Tino.
Well, the Edmonton bench, they yelled 13.
Yeah, that's not happening.
What did you say, 11.4? 11.4.
Would you like to walk out on a limb with me?
I'm going to say 12. 12 even.
Even.
You were off by 0.1 last night.
Remember, you do not win the Showcase Showdown if you go over the number. Rules are rules, Tino.
That's a reference that I do get, okay? Because I got a lot of flack earlier for 12. Thank you very much.
You win both showcases.
Yes, I do. You know, it's been an up and down day for me today. This feels like a win for the little guy, you know?
Yeah, well done. From a 4-time Senior C provincial champion to nailing the clock exactly here at the President's Cup.
So whatever this is.
Day 3, baby. So a little extra time here for Triolo to leg it across center, and they'll go right to work here through the stick of Lachlan. He's got it back. Room takes and miss. Bergloff trying to battle for a loose ball. Last chance. And Farrell was stopped as well as the Shamrocks now 20 minutes away from their first victory here at the President's Cup as they'll take a 1-goal lead into the locker room. They're being outshot heavily, 42-27. But that doesn't matter because they lead this game 8-7 with 20 to go. We'll have it for you here on BC Sports TV, your home of the President's Cup in 2024. From the Ladner Leisure Center, we're back in 10.
Know your limits. CoolBet helps you control your gaming experience. Stay cool. Bet responsibly.
Lachlan skip feed. Oh, clip it for Delbienko.
Byrne looking for his second. Nice move. Nice goal. As we speak. Now first, looking for another one. Sends it across, and they score. There's the tying goal. A beautiful feed from Sam.
Fraser on a breakaway, all alone. Scores! Pushed off there by Oakley Thomas. Luce shot. Scores! What a bouncer to the top corner.
Humble brag. There's a shot and a goal by Vaughn Harris. Make it.
Flipper. McIntyre. Count that one.
Fraser inside. Lane Smith shoots and he scores.
Line backhand feed and give Sean Evans 4.
Fires again. A little motion wheel. Now a seal pick for LeClaire. One timer. And Elijah Brown has another.
Down to 7, now they'll start their motion. There's the room available. Evans fake, pass goes across, what a save!
Kluche rolls off the pick to the middle of the floor, shot, scores! Chris Clutch Kluche!
Clutche.
With .9, he's got his fourth to go along with 4 from Fraser.
We've had great fans. It's really motivating for our guys. We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball came down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run without the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
What does it mean to be Canadian? It's toughness. It's grit. You know who bears the red and white. You know the history. You know the storylines, and you know its weight. I've been there. I know what it takes. It's preparation for domination. It's the brotherhood so you could. It's long nights and longer days. That separates the good from the greats. This is Canada.
That's fresh.
Know your limits. Coolbet helps you control your gaming experience. Stay cool. Bet responsibly.
Lachlan skip feed. Oh, clip it for Del Bianco.
Byrne looking for his second. Nice move, nice goal as we speak. Now first, looking for another one, sends it across, and they score! There's the tying goal. A beautiful feed from Sam.
On a breakaway, all alone, scores! Pushed off there by Oakley Thomas. Kluche shot, scores! What a bouncer to the top corner.
Humble brag. There's a shot and a goal by Vaughn Harris. Make it.
Flipper. McIntyre. Count that one.
Fraser inside, Lane Smith shoots and he scores.
Line backhand feed and give Sean Evans 4.
Fires again, a little motion wheel, now a seal pick for LeClaire. One timer, and Elijah Brown has another.
Down to 7, now they'll start their motion. There's the room available. Evans fake, pass goes across, what a save!
Kluche rolls off the pick to the middle of the floor, shot, scores! Chris Clutch Kluche!
Clutche.
With .9, he's got his fourth to go along with 4 from Fraser.
Embrace the unexpected. Coolbet.
Welcome back to the President's Cup. Third period action on deck here. Day 3, game 3. Good one going. Shamrocks lead the Miners by 1. But it was the Miners who were a big favorite coming into this game. We'll see what happens in this Spec 20. Go to coolbet.com, your premier sportsbook for lacrosse odds. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. And while you do that, stay cool, bet responsibly. It's Jake Elliott, Santino Farrow with you as we begin the third period. 8-7 Shamrocks being outshot 42-27. There's a stop for Hebert to start the period. Grady Holmes. Mace. I keep saying Pace. Stop me, Tino, from doing that.
Tyler Mace, Tyler Pace.
There's a shot and a goal. Right down the pipe. That's the way you want to start a period.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That is
Kyle Drouin.
how you want to start the period. Victoria looking to avoid going 0-4. And they had such a strong start to this game. You know, a pretty back and forth, but relatively evenly matched up second period. And now looking to close things out. They start things off less than a minute in with a goal here to extend that lead to 2. But the Miners, I mean, currently 2-1. There's a big difference between going 3-1 and being 2-2. So they need a big finish to this game here, try to finish things off right.
And they've managed to come back from 2 3-goal deficits so far, but have never led in this game. High drive there from Lachlan off the shoulder. And here comes Byrne on the run. And the Shamrocks will set it up again. They had too many left-handers out there. And a crease violation on Wade. Did they get an early too many men? They did, as Milne can't slip it past Dubinsky, but here comes the Miners' power play.
Great opportunity to answer back. And I wonder if they're going to go to that similar look that we saw earlier where Mike Triolo is parked in the middle. He did get that opportunity late in it, but it's that one where, as you mentioned, he kind of faked himself out, had a decision made on the move, and didn't end up firing it when he had Pete Dubinsky fooled. But at the very least, he's going to start off here running quarterback, and a great opportunity to answer back here for Edmonton.
Yeah, I can just kind of feel like Triolo is going to find his way on the score sheet here before this game is over. Here's McIntyre. Good save. Dubinsky with the glove. Triolo plucked a beautiful loose ball and a blind flip over his head to get another possession.
I like that move to pull it out. A lot of people would have just thrown that towards the goal, but he decides to lob it out and get a reset.
Triolo off the toe of Dubinsky this time. Pete Dubinsky. 46 shots sent his way. Triolo again. Shoots. And a butterfly stop this time. Journeyman goaltender. Senior Shamrocks, junior Adnax, Nanaimo Timberman. Now senior B Shamrocks, Saskatchewan Rush, Halifax. Guy's been around.
And having a pretty good game here this afternoon as well.
Sure is.
Reactionary goaltender, as we were talking about yesterday, but he's had some flashy saves. That last one, the toe save, kind of goes down on one knee, does the half splits, partial splits, we could say.
Yeah, a bit of a smaller wooden goal stick he uses as well to help him be so agile in there. As you won't get like a side-by-side look, but just have a look at Dubinsky's stick and then look down to the other end for the size difference for Heberts, who's probably on the smaller side as well when you compare it to a guy like Damu, who probably uses right around the legal limit, maybe a little bit over, who knows. But When you got the Mitchell brothers and Mohawk Lacrosse making your goal sticks for you, Tino, can push the envelope a little bit.
That's how you pay a bill right there.
Thank you very much. Power play winding down here on Edmonton. Triello has a look over his shoulder, now drives to the goal. Ducks under a check. And Dubinsky fights it off. Farrell with it. Feeds to Triello. Sub shot, scores. The old load of high job. And Triello finds upper netting. And they're back within one.
We have seen some enthusiastic Mike Triello celebrations through the NLL.
When you pull that shot off and hit your spot, that's reason for celebration.
Wow.
That's... Nobody's stopping that.
That is a beauty. And, I mean, you're a guy that's talked about how those low to high subbers are some of the most difficult shots to hit in lacrosse. Mike Triello's been throwing the worm burners, the turf burner kind of shots, the ones that just go low to low all game. And that one almost seemed like it was out of frustration. He finally decided to go to the top corner, and my, oh my, was that ever the right decision.
Look out here as Craig just gets a ball through to Milne. And the Miners, another chance to tie here. And lots of time to play, 15 and a half to go. Lachlan into the middle. Turns the corner with a one-handed spike shot there, and that's off Dubinsky and out. Farrell directing traffic. Sonichin with a bad angle shot, and that one will sail out of play.
50 shots on goal now for the Miners, compared to the 29 for Victoria.
By the way, got information, it is Colton Armstrong who is wearing number 4 in that Peterborough Lakers uniform with that fight with Brian Cole. As they're just about ready to start the third at the Mem Center. This is Boyd. 6 on the shot clock. Has a look at it. Feeds a lobbing pass for Wade, who's got McFadden right on him. Well, there's a shot clock violation on the Shamrocks.
Getting a little chippy out the back gate there. Wade hearing about that last drive.
Can they tie it up? Triello an up pick. Farrell a duck low and then a shot low. Oh, a spinner. Triello! And look out here, party's on. As Triello was sent to the deck after scoring. And we could have multiple infractions after that. Highlight reel goal from Mike Triello after a couple of sensational stops from Dubinsky. Holy moly.
Well, let's take a look at the replay here first, and we should see the collision afterwards as well. Oh, yeah. Right after he scores. And he gets up under his own power.
And that's Greg Simpson in the middle of that. And is he the only one to go? 5 up on the board, and is this the proverbial turning point in this game?
Yeah, he's not even looking. The ball's in the net. He's looking there, kind of an unsuspecting play. A little high, too, and it's tough to get a high hit on a guy as tall as Mike Triello, but he's walking around, I mean, slowly, obviously. Mentioned how he's a little bit shaken up.
Well, that first stop off the blind backhander was crazy for Dubinsky, but then just couldn't recover on the rebound attempt. And Triello with 2 straight now has tied the game for the Miners, and they have themselves a 5-minute major power play to come.
And this is one that's just going to drive the Victoria coaching staff crazy if Edmonton is able to officially complete the comeback. knowing that they had a 2-goal lead in the third period. Mike Triolo ties the game, and then Victoria also takes a major penalty as well. I mean, we'll see how things shape up here, but this is what we're talking about. The consistency of the Shamrocks in this tournament has just been so up and down.
There's Grady Holmes into a double. So we'll run to the front of the goal. Now come back to set the pick here for Bowie. There's Mike Yeo into him with some cross checks. Dunk attempt. Nothing doing on Hebert. And Craig away with it. And out will come the power play here for the Miners and a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight. Trio checks the pocket. A bit of a lazy pass there to the chagrin of some Miners fans. Here's the trigger. Sonicson will get the reset. As McIntyre plays the point. Wants a little motion. McIntyre, skip, quick take there from Farrell, stop from Dubinsky. Christensen, the Shamrock captain. Tried to pass to Byrne, who dropped an easy one.
Trillo switched sticks as well. He's usually using the black mesh with the Saskatchewan Rush green shooters.
Yeah, well, if it's not working, change it up and look what happens. 2 goals. Oh, Dubinsky. You gonna replay that, Tino?
Yeah, absolutely we are. Let's take another look at that. Stretching save coming across. Oh.
Just threw everything he had in his body at it. And keeps it out. Keeps it 9-9. Drouin. To Holmes. Loading. Tucking. Driving. And a bounce shot easily handled by Hebert. Still 2.5 to go on this major power play. 11:50 to go in the third. Trillo. Flip it. McIntyre. Skip it. And Sonderson dropped it. Farrell will pick it up. A quick feed for Triolo. He'll come back to McIntyre. And Dubinsky gets the legs closed in time.
You could hear I got to imagine an Edmonton fan towards the right of the booth here shouting, "He's wide open," talking about Brett McIntyre. Triolo fed him right on cue, but Dubinsky makes the save.
Six Nations Ladner comes up to cap off day number 3 here at the President's Cup. 8 o'clock faceoff. Right here on BC Sports TV. All week. Every game here from the President's Cup.
And just a minute and a half remaining in the major penalty to Greg Simpson. This could be a huge turning point for Victoria.
Just not a lot of urgency here, Tino. I know it's a tie game, but a little pep in the step might be in order here for the Miners. Here's Triolo, natty hattie, and the Miners lead for the first time tonight.
Yeah, right on cue, and Mike Triolo, I mean, a man on a mission in this third period. He's the captain for a reason, and he's had 3 straight beautiful goals. He drew the penalty. He cashes in right there. You can see his body language looks like it's going stick side, but releases it short side here on Dubinsky. Might have just fooled him a little bit there, and all of a sudden, the Miners have the lead.
A few words for the Shamrock bench on the way off as well. Di Girolamo with fresh legs. As he will head off now. And still 55 seconds to work with here on the power play. But again, I mean, this is about as slow as a pace as you're going to see. Heat check for 2-9. No. Lachlan, yes.
Again, a tight angle. This one goes over top of another Edmonton minor player. I believe that was Brett McIntyre, and then a defender as well. A tough one to read as a goaltender, but it just wires over to the stick side corner. And, I mean, it really felt like just a moment ago Victoria was up by 2 because, I mean, they were. That's why it feels that way.
Yes.
But, I mean, in the blink of an eye, Mike Triolo gets those 3 straight, partially due to that major penalty that he drew. And now the script has completely flipped. So much momentum in favor of Edmonton now, and it's the Shamrocks who need some sort of an answer.
Half a period to go. Triolo just missing. Here's Needham shooting. He had room and missed it too. As the Miners coming on now. Needham to the middle. Fires. Dubinsky, the stop. Ball stays in play here for the Shamrocks.
We got an injured Shamrock as well. Cardinal, I believe that was, limping his way to the bench, and he's going to go right down the tunnel.
Here come the Shamrocks into the zone. Ball will end up in the corner. Duff with the Woody cocked and ready. But it's Seidel out of there with it. And throws the ball to this near wall. Yo, first to it. 8-4 Chiefs in the third. 11-9 here for Edmonton, trying to go 3-1. Sonishin loading, shooting high off the shoulder. Dubinsky, no rebound available. Look out. Turnover. As you can see, it start to unravel a little bit here for the Shamrocks in the third. Set play on here for Edmonton. McIntyre and Lachlan as Triolo clears away. He's in behind the goal. Farrell the flip. Here's the pass. Triolo setting up the dunk. And he's called in the crease. Media timeout. You do extreme threads this time, Tim. A man can only do extreme threads so many times in a week.
I mean, I'm producing, I'm doing color.
Oh, come on.
Extreme Threads, your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing, sublimated team uniforms, so much more. The official uniform supplier for the WLA and teams around the world. And if you like these Edmonton Miners uniforms, guess where I got them from?
I'm going to guess Extreme Threads.
And you know what? I mean, we talked about the Victoria uniforms here. Sneakily, I would say this is a pretty good jersey combination. I know the Miners are basically just black and white, but with the chrome red helmets,
yeah,
it adds a lot. It's a punch that I'm into.
Their darks are sharp, too. I think all the uniforms here, like I love the Muskies, Allegheny's good.
Oh, I love the Allegheny ones.
Yeah.
But these Victoria ones are chef's kiss.
The chef's kiss, yes.
Same page.
There you go. 8-14 is what remains in Game 3 of Day 3. More round-robin action to come tomorrow. But still tonight, Six Nations and Ladner after this one. Myself and Tedward Jenner will have the call for you. Holmes, the bouncer. Teddy taking this game in the end zone, just up and behind Hebert.
Bird's eye view.
Yeah, Jenner's eye view. Can the Shamrocks get one here? Mace, Holmes. Into the middle, Bowie. 10 on the shot clock for Holmes. Shoots, and the stick save for Hebert.
Oh, man, and The Miners had 2 defenders on the same side who had dropped their sticks, Brett Craig and Mike Seidel. Lucky break here that Victoria couldn't take advantage.
7 to go. Farrell, a swim move, a spin move, a feed to McIntyre. Back to Farrell, loads up, fires wide. And Dubinsky down hard on the clamp with the Woody.
Oh, and Triolo is shaken up again. I don't know if he got a whack there, but looks like a lower body to me as he
Ginger
gets back onto the bench now.
He's had such a good third period. You know he wants to keep going out there. Shamrocks come to the middle of the floor. 4 Miners surround the ball. Now it's Mace with a dump to the corner, and he'll peel to the bench. Not much happening offensively for Vic. Your thoughts, Tino Farrell?
Oh, I was looking over at the Miners bench that entire way. I'm trying to decide if Triolo was upset or fired up after that last defensive set because he was down at the defensive end shouting about something. It's just hard to see.
Oh, McIntyre stopped by Dubinsky. Where is this game without Peter Dubinsky? I know 11 goals, but 62 shots on net for Edmonton. And now a timeout for Dennett and Lies in the Shamrock bench.
And he's been a fascinating goaltender to watch as well. Like, something I've noticed, he does have that style where, he's very deep in his net. His heels are usually on the goal line, but he's still making those flashy, as you mentioned, kind of reactionary saves that you'd see from goaltenders who have that more aggressive stance, maybe that halfway out or towards the edge of the crease. It must be, just brutal to read as a shooter. When you do have that flashy style where his arms are going everywhere, his shoulders are going everywhere, he has no problem doing the splits or dropping down to a knee. But he also doesn't show a lot of daylight in the net because he's so deep inside.
8-6 Chiefs as the Lakers have crept a little closer. And did they just score again? Might be 8. No, it's a replay.
Fooled by the broadcast.
5:47 here to go in this one. Miners have clawed all the way back and taken a 2-goal lead. We've hit the over. Now will they cover that 3 goals? Let's find out, shall we? Another shot clock violation.
Just a lack of execution here from the Victoria side of things. We talked about I don't know if delay or lack thereof, we would call it, of urgency from the Edmonton power play earlier. I'm kind of seeing a similar thing from Victoria now on the offensive side.
There's Triolo to the crease, circling behind, lose the ball. Shamrocks with it. Swim move and a good one. A feet ahead. And Drouin will settle. Mace. It's pushed wide by McFadden. Behind the goal. Stops up. 8 on the shot clock. Mace. Shoots. Hebert saves, and the rebound comes right back to him.
And Hebert content with just staying down, trying to get some more of that clock. A little bit farther down here with the 2-goal lead.
Just 34 shots on goal here for Victoria.
And everything was going in early.
But not so much lately. As McIntyre, a little slip. And now we'll get a moving pick call here on Kinnear. And we're going to get a breakaway for Byrne, who's always dangerous. And he's stopped by Hebert. That's a quality save there for Hebert. Didn't have to do much about it, but just to keep that 2-goal lead here late in this game.
Timely.
And to stare down a pretty hot stick of Byrne. Here's Triolo. And that one bounced funny. And then Dubinsky will dive on top of that. Another lead feed, and this time over the head.
Guess who? Would have been David Byrne.
Yeah. 8-7. Lakers score again.
Transition specialist.
He's really good at it. He's solid defensively as well. I know he's a Victoria guy, but for some reason I remember him playing his junior lacrosse in New West. I don't know if I'm crazy on that or not. Here's Farrell. Lachlan! There's the 3-goal lead.
That feels like the dagger.
Man. Shamrocks were just ever so close to making it happen here today, but just have not been able to sustain leads. And now they got to find a way to come back.
And assuming the Miners are able to hang on, to be back-to-back come from behind victories, going back to their win last night over the Pioneers.
Yeah. Where they go on there, like a 5-goal run? Weren't they down like 3-1 in that game?
I think they were down 3-1, and then
they won 6-3.
Ladner got one in the second period, and that was really it. Otherwise, they held down the fort.
Dubinsky creeping towards the Shamrock bench. And the play will continue here. Dubinsky still on the turf. I don't know why he's not going. You might as well. Like, honestly, what are you waiting for? Oh, Wade just took a wrap across the thighs there. And you could hear the stick hit the skin as Brett Craig got into him, and now he's got to get into the penalty box.
Do you think the fact that Josh Byrne played his junior days in New West might be a reason that you're...
No, I know the difference between those two. Good try, though.
Same name bar.
Yeah. Same hand, too, I suppose, but no.
Similar play style.
Shamrock power play. Picked off Williamson. And just 2 minutes to play in this one. Six Nations and Ladner at 8. As Six Nations, think about it, drop that buzzer beater heartbreaker to Allegheny, which kind of feels like it took the wind out of their sails a little bit, as Snake Island playing their best game of the tournament this morning, holding the Rivermen to just 4 goals. As they improve their record to 2-1. I think they play their double dip tomorrow. As Burton tripped up, where's the arm there? No call. Tyler Burton with all sorts of work there. And into the final minute we go. Looks like the Miners will move to 3-1. And looks like the Shamrocks will drop to 0-4 as they're getting some hard lessons here at the President's Cup for their first visit. And it might have been expected, maybe not from them, but you just don't walk into the President's Cup and have instant success. Aside from maybe the Allegheny Arrows. But we're talking a real talented lacrosse team over there with some stars throughout their roster.
Yeah, and a talented Victoria team. They'll be back. First time they're here in history. But some lessons to be learned nonetheless.
And just like that, it's over. Are these bookmakers at Coolbet psychic or what? They had the Miners as a 3-goal favorite coming into this game, Tino. Victoria led by 3 multiple times, had a lead in the third period, but when it's all said and done, there you go. I mean, the over-under hits at what? 21, but right on the number. 3-goal victory here for the Miners. Crazy.
Pretty good. You got any guesses for MVPs?
Oh, man. Triolo. I'll say now, Dubinsky. 65 shots he faced in this one. You?
Yeah, I think Triolo's the safe bet here for the Miners side of things. I mean, he had the natural hat trick. And, did what a captain is supposed to do, right? Lead your team emotionally, statistically, like as many ways as you're able to.
How about you, Ty Klarner? You got picks for MVPs? No.
No.
All right.
Not even a guess.
You're my MVP, buddy. So handshakes aplenty here. And we'll get you those MVPs. Maybe, I look over there. John Burr's got the water bottles and T-shirts this time, too.
Oh, yeah, dialed in.
He was a little unprepared last game, scrambling out of the tunnel.
1% better every game. That's all we're looking for, right?
You might have been a pork mafia.
You have not stopped talking about this place.
Go get a meal, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. No, truth be told, John said, listen, make sure you give these guys a little shout out on the air. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Keeping the big boss happy, Tino. You'll learn.
Well, you're not the only person that I've heard raving about this pork mafia place. So,
yeah. Well, listen, you name something pork mafia.
Better be sure about it.
Yeah. So don't forget, one more time, Six Nations and Ladner come up at 8 o'clock. Here are our MVPs. Bertzi.
A few blocks in this game.
Partial or full?
You tell me.
Jackson Boyd gets the MVP here for the Shamrocks. 0 for 2 that game, Tino. It's not good. But what will be good is our 8 o'clock matchup between Six Nations and Ladner, which you can see in just over an hour from now right here on BC Sports TV. But for now, we'll take a break. And like I said, we'll be back in just over an hour. Right back here to the Leisure Center to round out day number 3 of the President's Cup. But we're out of here. For our cameraman extraordinaire, Georgie Parra, Tina Farrow, I've been Jake Elliott for the fastest game on TV. And for the Crater, we'll talk to you at 8 o'clock.